This content is for kids.
It's not for kids.
Isn't that what I said?
No, it's not for kids. If you are 13 years or younger, this is not for you. Do I have to kill somebody in order to actually make that point across?
No, man, you don't have to kill
Wait
no
a
one.
second.
Oh, no.
When we return to our planet, the High Court may well sentence you to torture.
He likes movies, we like movies. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. SeptumSin versus the world. I'd buy that for $1.
Greetings! You're watching SeptumSin versus the world. I'm SeptumSin. This is Kotobukijake,
Hey?
and we're here to show you what we got.
Right.
Show me what you got. I want to see what you got. Oh boy.
So, it's more like what I got this time.
Right.
Jake's kind of at a very dry spell at the moment.
Basically, my priorities are elsewhere for now, and probably for the next couple months, but I may pick up something here and there.
And, so occasionally he'll have stuff that he brings in. When he builds up like a number of things, then we'll have him in on this and we'll do it like normal. But I have plenty. And after an order from Sentai's sale, I have plenty more. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I've got is something that I got pretty much for Dane's August in Wonderland, which was Alice in Borderland. Now, this was also a Korean live-action series. It's on Netflix.
Well, not this one, obviously.
Not this one. This is a 3-episode OVA. Let's see here. Ryohei Arisu is bored with life. Nothing new or exciting, and playing games is the only relief from the endless monotony of a seemingly pointless existence. If only, he wishes, he could be someplace else, a different world, where things are more exciting. Then Ryohei and his friends Takeichi and Choda see what seems to be an incredibly powerful firework in the sky, brighter than any of the shooting stars. And when they can see again, they discover that they're in an entirely new reality. So we've got ourselves sort of an isekai in our works. Actually, it is an isekai because that's the whole definition of an isekai. Alice in Wonderland is an isekai.
Yes.
So, kind of cool. I had to take off my glasses to read because look at this print. Look at that. That is a hard print to read.
Yeah.
When you're in your 40s, your eyes don't work like they used to. And even when I could have read them with my glasses maybe 10 years ago, now, no. Alright, so these next ones I wanted to get these done. That's why I just went ahead and added them. You've all seen the review for the Kriglon incident. Most of y'all have, hopefully, by this point. I was really happy that the director actually did acknowledge it and said that he was cool with me not loving the film 100%, which is great.
Yeah.
That to me is the mark of a good filmmaker. To be able to look at it and say, okay, these are some critiques, but they understand what's good and what they feel is bad about the film. So they don't go...
Well, it's also a mark of good critique. Like, if you're just totally dumping on it and giving no reasons, and,
No, I didn't go AVGN on the bad boy. Or nostalgia critic on it. I went again, I gave the things that I liked and the things I didn't like. Now, I haven't seen the others yet, and I've had to delay because I am working a new job on top of my current job, on top of my other job, and my viewing time is shorter sometimes. I managed to knock out 3 films at double speed, but that's not necessarily going to translate every day, unfortunately. But I am watching all of the Evil Bongs, and there are a lot of those movies, and
At least they're shortish.
yeah. So this is the Craigline Incident 2, Aftermath. So I did decide to go ahead and open this because I wanted to show, because it comes with a lot of cool stuff inside. I mean, you got yourself a poster, which is a bigger version of this, which I got a nice little signed card here of the actor-producer, and of course the regular insert. And unfortunately, this one's a little bit bigger than the thing. I might just take these posters and put them separately because they kind of bend the disc out of shape. If it was a signed poster, I would probably already have it framed up. But still, a cool thing.
Yeah.
So when we do our picture, I'll have you hold that one, and I'm going to hold this upcoming one. So one extra that I was sent with the film was this, which is the Joel Wynkoop show. Joe Davidson Epson. Yeah. So I haven't looked at this, haven't checked it out yet. Will check it out eventually. I probably, actually, when I do review for this next film, I always review what comes with it, and this came with it. And I'm talking about the Craigline Incident 3, Annihilation. Now, the Craigline Incident series was started because it was it's COVID, we can't go out, so what can we do? What you gonna do? And this third one kind of culminates it all together. I've been told this is the best of the 3. A mutual friend, Kyle Rappaport, is in this film. So if you are a fan of his, you should get this. Of course, Cool Duder is in them. All of them. He's a main character, matter of fact. Of course, you've got your poster, which I'm going to put this to the side again. And I got a couple cool things with it, but this is what the poster looks like. Actually, no, the poster looks like that. Okay, so what I got with it was, of course, I got this, which is, there's little signatures, which is kind of cool.
Cool.
And I got this here, little personalized thing for buying it. You can actually go on Facebook and try and get the stuff from him. He will sell you some of the stuff. Mr. Brandon, thank you so much. I hope you love this. I think it is the best of the 3. And it's got Spider-Man on there saying, watch this movie. Love, Kathy and Joel. So you got that there. And he does a little different Spider-Man pictures. I've seen a couple other people with different ones, different poses. And it's got a picture, and he got a nice little collectible page of the script with little notations on it. So that's kind of cool as well.
Isn't that something?
So, yeah, some fun stuff.
Yeah.
Nice little alien hunting action there. So, got another cool thing. Video game. Called Deathloop. And I picked this up over the holidays. It was actually really cheap because I got a discount on the pre-owned. And I've heard a lot of cool things about this. You're this dude who wakes up, and the protagonist is a person of color, which is kind of cool as well. And you find out, I'm getting killed, and then you die, and then you come back again. And you keep doing that until you figure out what you have to do to stop the loop. So it's sort of like a shooter version of Groundhog Day.
Isn't that something?
Which is kind of fun. I mean, it looks fun. A lot of people like it. I had to play it first to really get into it.
It looks kind of interesting.
If first you don't succeed, die again.
The artwork almost makes it look kind of like a video game version of a blaxploitation film. I hope it has some of that awesome 70s music.
But I've seen some gameplay of it. It looks, it's fun, very fast paced. I know a lot of people that love it. The one I think you have, I can't remember whether you got this edition of it, but I had to get this when it came out. Matter of fact, I've got to order that Batman Steelbook when it comes, because it's already up for pre-order. I need to get a hold of that.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah, so
Still haven't seen that.
but I'm talking about Lupin the First. Lupin 3 the First, which is the Steelbook release of that.
Nice.
I had to get it. I'm a big Lupin fan. As you can see, it's got the 2 discs in it.
Yeah.
It's got a booklet inside. It's the first CG Lupin.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of funny, because I was looking at this like, how did this come out the same year that Earwig did? Because Earwig is kind of what you don't do, in my opinion. And this is everything you should do. Did you watch this one? I know you borrowed it to watch.
Well, yeah, and I didn't have time. I have it. I will watch it.
So Lupin is, of course, this great thief, and this one kind of spans one of his first missions. Whereas Miyazaki kind of covered one of the last missions he was on. This was kind of one of the first. So a very good film.
Cool.
So another Steelbook. I ran on a couple Steelbooks randomly. So for a while I had this series. Viz had it on DVD. And I said, you know what? Now that they got it on Blu-ray, I want to get this Steelbook, the Blu-ray Steelbook.
Mm-hmm.
And that is Nana.
Oh, very nice.
Because I wanted to make sure... Cat. There you go.
Phil likes it too.
I wanted to make sure that I got this on more of a high quality, more durable discs.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want this to do disc rot. I want this to stay... It's got beautiful music. I want to see them, the visuals pop more. I want to hear the music even better.
I like that. It's a good looking set.
It's too bad it's as long as it is, or else we'd probably cover it in our anime discussions.
We need to. I need to see the damn thing.
So, you know.
I still have the old Viz edition, which I'm hanging on to for now because it's nice looking and rare as hell.
Oh, yeah, it is very nice.
But I would love this. That's awesome.
Well, you know what I did? Is I sold my Viz editions, and I bought this and another thing on top of it. Now, this is worth almost as much because this is out of print.
Well, yeah.
So it's I thought it was a worthwhile investment.
Yeah.
It was my way of upgrading,
Yeah.
truly upgrading.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I ended up getting Honey and Clover upgraded after that. So last one's also
Speaking of
Steelbook.
quality,
I got this from Dustin. He was looking for somebody to buy stuff, and I said, okay, fine, I'll help out with this. Because I liked the first Venom.
yeah.
So I went ahead to get Venom, Let There Be Carnage. And it's kind of a cool... I mean, I like this Steelbook.
That's a cool looking Steelbook.
It is a very cool design.
It's very cool looking.
It's unfortunately one of those Steelbooks that did oversell.
Yeah.
I'm taking this out. But you can see.
Yeah.
Essentially in this one, you've got Carnage played by Woody Harrelson.
Mm-hmm.
This movie had a lot of cool things that could be, but I swear the movie did not. It just didn't hit as it should have.
Yeah.
A couple things. I felt like there were a couple directions that they went with it that didn't hit. Like they didn't let Cletus in the control seat for Carnage as much as they should have, which in the comics it pretty much is all him.
Yeah.
And this one is like mostly the symbiote that's controlling him and his murder spree, which is kind of...
Oh, I wouldn't quite go there.
It kind of goes along with it, but he's...
Well, it's clear that he enjoys it up to a point.
Yeah.
But he draws lines that where the Cletus of the comics would not have drawn lines.
And I remember in the comics, one of the things is, I was like, he even says, I'm the one in the driver's seat of this vehicle. He even states it as much. I think that the casting, as much as I love Woody Harrelson, he did an okay job, but
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you really needed somebody with a manic-y energy for it. If you're going to do somebody, if you're going to do Woody Harrelson, you could have put Jim Carrey in there at that point because of the age. I mean, Jim Carrey and Woody Harrelson are about the same age.
Harrelson, I think, probably looks a little younger than Carrey at this point, but you're right. I think Harrelson could have done it. I think he should have done it 10 years ago. But yeah, you're right. There probably were some really good other options.
I mean, I think there were a number of people who could have done this with a little bit more manic energy. Maybe put the killer in the pilot seat more.
Yeah.
And then have it out like that.
They played up his romance with Shriek quite a bit. Like, they were close in the comics, but not quite like that.
I felt like the romance between him and Shriek was very similar to Joker's romance with Harley. I would not even have been surprised if they saw Batman.
Oh, in the original.
Not this, on the original.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if they were inspired by Batman the Animated Series in that. And they're like, well, Carnage can have a girlfriend like this. That
might be true.
Because he was much more abusive in that. He was definitely... She was not really a love interest. It was more of a... She was obsessed with him. And he enjoyed that. But I don't know. There are things I look at. Like, I was thinking about those lines that he was saying, like the lines that he said at the beginning of the very first comic that had him. I think I still have his first appearance sitting in those comic things. When we get back to the comic book thing, we might find it. But I was like, I could easily hear that coming from Jim Carrey, especially 10 years ago or 20 years ago, especially.
Yeah.
He could have done that character very well. Willem Dafoe, young Willem Dafoe could have done it.
Yeah. No, that'd be interesting.
Not current Willem Dafoe, but, you know.
That'd be interesting.
But, you know, that's the thing. There are a lot of those that could do it. Even Michael Keaton at one point, I could see possibly.
Right. Yeah, I'm trying to think of someone younger, and I'm just drawing a blank.
But my repertoire of young actors is kind of out of there. But, you know, still, not terrible. I like the original Venom movie better than the sequel, but it was still passable, watchable. This came out in 2021, I believe. Yeah, so it could be up for Versus Awards for
it. Could.
In the especially in the visual effects category.
Well, I was going to say especially visual effects, yes. But there's actually a pretty good original song written by Eminem that plays over the end credits. That could be a contender. Yeah.
So, and the Craigline Incident had a pretty good song that played over the credits as well. That was, I think, original. Everything I looked up said it was. So that would be interesting. So with that being said, I hope you've enjoyed this pickup. If you did, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and of course, share. You never know. Hey, if we ever got to that point where we were making money off of this, then, you know, we split that, and then Jake could then use his part of the money to purchase more movies for pickups.
Wouldn't that be something?
So, you know. Well, we'll see how that is. Any case, we'll see you on the next one.
Goodbye.